Okay, so this is the Stranger Things season one tier character tier list. Now I'm gonna do this. I did this before, but that was after season four, and then it was all the characters, and it was also scenes. So if I can find them, I'll put them in the description. This is I want to go do this in each season if I can find them anyway. Do seasons one through four, not just like all of them. So we got this one of season one over here. Spoiler for well. I'm gonna give some spoilers by the way, so just letting you guys know. If you guys have not watched Stranger Things, I highly recommend it. I've actually been re-watching it as sort of a prep for season four of season five. I'm already at season three, so I love don't get me wrong, I love Stranger Things. It's just such a good show. Main issue I have is I can finish this like so fucking quickly. That's I mean I can finish this the series so quickly. It's insane. So what to do? Got it these categorized: great, good, okay, fine, and didn't care for. So guys, so this is actually in order. So well, kind of just like how it was defaultly. Barbara, Barbara was okay. She was like Nancy's friend. Barb, I believe she showed up in the first two episodes. So I'm gonna go to spoilers here. First two episodes, she was Nancy's friend, like, and then her and Nate went to a party with Steve, and then a couple other people too, and then Barb tried to get Nancy to did not not sleep with Steve, but Nancy didn't listen, of course. So and then the episode Barb when I'm dying. So, but it was okay. She was okay. I can't say she's bad. She was an okay character. She's just kind of there. So yeah, and then we got the mother who does show up in who does show back up. I'm pretty sure she shows up in later seasons. I don't remember if she shows up in season three. I'll have to rewatch and see. But she shows up the one who's no, the aunt. It's the aunt. So basically season one, Hopper and Joyce they find well. It's how basically season one ends. It ends with a Will. They get the Will gets capped. Well, he goes missing. He goes missing, and then while the kids are out trying to find him, they find 11. So then, of course, find out 11 is actually again, of course, 11 she has a mother, which we'll dive into later, and then there's ways trying to find answers about 11, and eventually Joyce and Hopper they go to her, find out like how 11 is, what happened to her. So basically, just find out like what happened. She's an okay character. She does show back up in the season two. She shows back up. She's okay. She was just like trying to like give advice on like what happened basically. So she was okay. Um, the cook, I doesn't call him that. He was another okay character. Another okay one. Basically, just like sees 11 in the because one 11 tries to run away from the lab, and basically she goes into like this little diner, steals food. He doesn't know, and then basically he didn't know what that happened. He calls like help, but turns out the help is people from Hawkins lab, and basically kill him. So yeah, basically he was okay. So he was like helped out 11. It was answer questions for Hopper. Dr. Brenna, really good character. I know he's the in this season he was kind of like seem like a little douchebag, but he showed later on he's like a really good addition to the show. So season one he was pretty good. Obviously he has like much major role in the later seasons, but season two was pretty good. He's like, kind of like the advisor of he's kind of like running Hawkins' lab and helping with the kids basically trying to get things under control. So I do think so. Yeah, he's pretty good. I forgot her name. Didn't care for her. She was essentially like she was his boyfriend. Yeah, his boyfriend right here. They were together. They were such like the douchebags of season one. Basically, they were such a douchebags of season one. Of course. They show up a little. I believe they show up a little bit more in season two, but I don't think they show up anywhere else in the other seasons. At least I don't think so. Um, I forget her name. She's okay. Not as a really put as with a Brenna, with a Dr. Brennan. Not really as important as him. Because she was just like just trying to they were basically just trying to capture 11, but she's okay. she doesn't really serve. To me, it really doesn't seem she served that much of a purpose, honestly, towards it. So she's okay. Dustin, obviously Dustin, great addition. Obviously 11, great addition. Obviously, it it's so crazy how like you see we've seen them as kids. And it's when I was watching rewatch. It's like, dude, it's so weird how like how they were kids, and how much younger they looked, and then compared to now how they are. It's crazy. All the great additions, obviously. Like I said, they're basically like helping out with it was Dustin, Will, Mike, and Lucas basically done D&D at the start of the season. Towards the end, they all go home, or then Mike says they all go home, and then Will gets captured, and then they come across 11. Late in episode 1, they come across 11, who Mike is trying to hide in like, the basement, who Mike's trying to hide, and then the ways they fucking try to get them to hide it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I believe Holly, she's fine. Like I can't. I'm not gonna put her in dinner camp. Well, she's still a kid, so so she was fine. I can't say she was good or bad or anything like that. She was fine. She was just like the kid with Karen and the dad. So she's fine. Obviously Hopper, really good addition. Really good addition, honestly, really good. I'll dive into more of that later, but really good addition for Hopper. Hopper, he kind of like oh fuck, I'll go into now. So Hopper kind of goes to like the same backstory with 11 because like I'm gonna do a spoiler here. He had a child. They do flashbacks where he has a child who a daughter who unfortunately died, and basically while they're trying to get Will back, trying to get Will from the upside down, he's basically trying to bring Will back through CPR, but it's also flashbacks to his kid who died. So he's not trying to like recreate. He's not trying to like have that whole thing again. But then later when he does like eventually take care of 11 in like, the later seasons. One of the bullies didn't care for. It was just funny as shit. I'll put this guy in here too. These guys didn't care. They were essentially kind of like the douchebags of the season. Basically, they were trying to like basically kind of like messing with Mike, Lucas, and Dustin. Then there was a fucking scene where 11 made him piss. 11 made the one scene in the class where 11 made him piss his pants, and I think she also broke his arm too. So it's pretty funny. Jonathan was good. Jonathan does pretty good. He was kind of like a creep in like season 1, which he was like spying on like Nancy, Jonathan, and their friends basically. It's being a little bit weird, but like definitely towards the middle of the season, he definitely gets a lot better. And he gets a lot better though. Joyce, obviously a great addition, honestly. She's basically so basically what happens is she she's like Will went missing, and she's basically trying to like go after get Will back, but things she keeps seeing like a bunch of random things that are not supposed to be there, but that are not there anyway. And everyone is thinking that she's crazy for it, but she's not. And then later on, they found out it's called the Upside Down. The place called the Upside Down, and Hawkins Labs. They go through the gate, and then they find Will there. So, and then basically like Joyce sees Will, she's kind of like seemed as a crazy lady who like people didn't believe at all. So people thought she was weird. People thought she was a nutcase, stuff like that. Even Jonathan too. So, but yeah, she was a really great addition. Jonathan definitely gets better in the later seasons. That's why I have him in good because he gets so much better in the later seasons. The mother Karen, she's okay. Like she's okay. Nothing much I can really say about her. She was okay. Typical mother thing basically. She's okay. Jonathan's dad. Yeah, I really didn't care for him that much. Honestly, I really didn't. Yeah, put him in didn't care for. I think he was there in like 2 episodes season 1. He was there for 2 episodes, and one episode was just for a little bit where Jonathan goes back to him. try to see if he's there or not. Try to see if Will's there, because he, of course, doesn't know about the Upside Down, of course. So basically trying to, like, he goes back, see if Will's there, he finds out he's not, and then gives, like, a poster saying, like, for Will being missing. And then he comes back, which is weird. He comes back, like, in, like, a couple of, I think, the next episode, he comes back for a little bit more, just, like, he kind of try to help, he kind of helps, kind of, but also just, it starts another argument with Joyce, and Joyce kicks him out, basically. Lucas and Mike, like, really great additions. Now people, I never understood the issue with the Mike, honestly. I never understood why people don't like him. Like, okay, like, yeah, he could be a little shithead, yes, but first of all, he's a kid. Second of all, so can the others. So can the other kids. They can all be little shitheads, okay? Mike, like Mike wanted to see like 11. He also care about Will, but also you can say the same thing for Lucas too. So Lucas in season 1, he didn't want 11. He didn't want 11 part of the group. He didn't like 11, and Mike season 2 was kind of the same with Max. And then also 11, you could argue 11 was kind of like that too, season 2, because 11 just try to get out and see Mike. Also later on in season 2, she also tries to like find her past, basically. We'll dive into that in another video. And Dustin can also be a little shithead at times too, but I never really was like, oh, I don't like Mike. He's a terrible character. I never really hated Mike. I thought he was a good character. I thought he was a really great character, really great addition to the story. You know, he basically finds out what the hell's going on. I mean, maybe to find out like with a D&D, because I never played D&D. But there's a monster called the Demogorgon, and they figure out like what that must be the thing that's after Will. So it's really cool. And like I said, it's one thing I should mention about season 1, because Demogorgon is on here. I would put a Demogorgon in like good to great, because the Demogorgon is a really good character. Not really a character, he's more like a creature. Well, it's only one. However, with season 1, it's like a lot of flash and lights, which kind of makes sense because like the Demogorgon like messes it up. So there's a lot of flash and lights in season 1. It's kind of that's one of my main issues. I don't have epilepsy, but I feel bad for people who do because they can't watch most of season 1. That's what but what I do like about Stranger Things is they cut that down in later seasons. There's like not much not many flash and lights in the later seasons, which is really good. What the fuck's this guy name? I forget what his name is. Shit, the teacher. He's good. He like so basically what's funny as hell is he's basically he's a teacher of course, but the kids call him like they're in one scene where they bring to the school gym because they gotta figure out like get like a salt bath for 11 so she can see. So she's able to find Will while he's sitting upside down. And they basically call him up, and then they just call him up and try to like figure the we need help. If you imagine like opening a portal or something like that. Basically calls him up and sees like late at night while he's like watching TV. Basically call him up and like just ask him about like this fucking how much salt to use, how much water you gotta use, stuff like that. But so like, oh, it's hypothetical though. It's not real, it's hypothetical. It's really fun. So he's a really good character. He like really does help out kids a good bit. So he's a really good character. Nancy, honestly, Nancy, really great character too. Kind of like I'd say kind of like Joyce in a way because her friend Barbara got killed, but by someone called a Demogorgon, who she actually saw with one of the pictures that Jonathan took. So, and then people, much like Joyce, people are calling her crazy and thinking she's seeing things, stuff like that. But then she tags along with Jonathan, and then her and Jonathan go like hunting, and then so she's a really good character. And then of course they fucking kill a Demogorgon, which is pretty cool. Steve. So Steve. It was season 1. Steve was kind of like he was essentially like the douchebag, but I say he's good because much like Jonathan, halfway through the season he gets a lot better halfway through the season. So basically, much like the Jonathan Steve, also he was like the douchebag character. He was like the bully. Um, he gets a lot better in season the halfway through the season. Of course, season two he gets so much better. Season two, season three, season four. Of course, he's a babysitter protecting the kids, which was really cool. Um, so much like him and Jonathan, he gets a lot better towards the end of the season. So I have all these guys in good, just because they really good. I think say they're kind of like supporting characters, which is pretty good. But they get better like midway through the season and like halfway through the season and like even further beyond the seasons, which is really good. Um, Ted, yeah, that's the same. Ted. He's okay. It's it. I think he's okay. He was like typical dad, but he would always be like falling asleep on the couch. It's pretty funny as hell. A lot of scenes like him just like falling asleep on the couch is really funny. But he's okay. I can't say he's bad. He's okay. I, it seems bad put Holly in fine, but like that's what I gotta say about her. Like she's a kid, and I cannot imagine like the Duffer Brothers, they can really do much with her since she was a kid and she was a toddler. So they can really do much with her. It seems like what they're trying to do. I'm not sure if they should do like more with her in the later seasons, but we'll see. Um, but like she's such like the little kid who is confused, and like I can't say much. She's a little kid, so I put her fine. Um, the mother, 11's mother, aka Jane, pretty good. She is honestly, actually, I'll put it okay. Put it okay because like we don't know, we don't really know much about her until season two when 11 goes to visit him. So we really don't know much about her other than like she was kind of like in this little shadow. She was kept like repeating words basically that nobody was able to understand until season two with 11 goes over there. So then 11 was able to understand her. Um, this I forget fuck his name is. You didn't care for him. Like I said, he was kind of like he was oh shit no not sorry Will sorry him. Here we go. He was essentially he was these her and him they were together season one. They were essentially the bullies. They were fine. They were meh. You like I get it. You have to have those. I get it, but like I just didn't care for them that much, honestly. So yeah, let's see. It's really good. A lot of these are like really like good to great characters. You like some of the side characters right here, like even like they were kind of like memorable a bit, and then Will, of course, Will, another great character. Is being lost in Upside Down here. Well, Teagle's missing, and he's basically finds ways. Basically, for those who don't know, the Upside Down is basically the like alternate reality of Hawkins. So like a blue like a bluish greenish version of Hawkins, which is pretty cool. But there's like much like vines, but it's not made of like tree vines, so which is really interesting. Um, so basically, find out he gets trapped down. He gets trapped in the Upside Down and he's basically like finding ways to communicate to them, communicating to Joyce, communicating to the kids, and then so they get him out. Of course, there's like I believe it was a season episode two or three where they find what appear. Sorry, a car just went by. Sorry, someone's fucking loud as engine just went by. Sorry. I believe it was episode three where they find him dead, but it wasn't like his body. It was a fake body that was made, and then so and then he comes back. Basically, he's like trying to like find ways to communicate to everyone, and then. But it was when Joyce and Hopper are in the Upside Down is when they learned that Will was able to communicate through the lights, which is pretty cool. Which is pretty cool how they did that. Um, so it was really cool like how like and of course it was really cool like how they were able to do that like how like because everyone's thinking so Joyce can like she gets like a bunch of fucking lights and people like always look at her like she's crazy but she really yourself and Will communicate because Will really can't like talk that he really can't like say anything because he's missing but in the upside down. So basically trying to find a way to communicate with the choice. That's my foot that fell. That's awkward. He was basically trying to find ways to communicate with the choice, communicate with everyone else. It's pretty cool. So it was really cool how I will say they definitely picked a really good cast. The cast they picked was a really good choice. Even like the character, even like the future characters, they were okay. They also like a pretty good cast, obviously. But yeah, if you guys have not seen Stranger Things, I highly recommend you guys watch Stranger Things. I've been watching it preparation for season 5. I think this was like 9 episodes coming out, so we got about like a thing of another month left of season 5, which is the final season. So, um, I'll be doing this like I'll be doing a tier list for every character for all the characters of every single season. Um, so yeah, I probably won't be like every single day. It'll be like spread it throughout. We'll probably do it. Probably have like a tier list coming out closer to season 5, but it's the season 1 tier list here. So anyway, that's about it, and I will see you guys later.